Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Sunday Anime Chat with me, your host, Pop. And we're continuing on with Cyberpunk for the whole month of February. So I'm glad you tuned in as we showcase some Cyberpunk goodness. Well, first up, we'll go over the news of the week. Then we'll get some rankings in and see where your favorite shows are. Then we'll do the main event, which will be a couple of Cyberpunk shows. And then after that, we'll go over the winter season, what we've watched so far, or what I've watched so far, and sort of a little synopsis on the most recent episodes. So there will be spoilers. So if you don't want spoilers, I'll let you know what shows I'm watching, and then you can decide for yourself if you want to be spoiler free. But before I get to all that, I want to say, how you doing? Ni hao, fabric folds. Are you back in the U.S. now? Have you finished your visit to the Great White North? I'm curious. And if so, how were things? Was your visit fine? Let me just get things moved around here, and there we go. First up, news of the week, courtesy of the Anime News Network. We're going to start back on Monday. First article, Cosmic Princess Kaguya anime film gets theatrical release. The Classroom of a Black Cat and a Witch anime announces ending theme song artist. Okay, you're going to be here for another week, Fabric. Okay, well, that's all right. Hopefully it's not too dull for you. You get to see the sights. You're close enough, I'm sure you could have made it to Calgary to see what's going on there. And over on Kick, it's Salver. Hey, Salver, how you doing? Just starting things off here with the news of the week. And it looks like Restream's having trouble with connecting to YouTube. Yeah, great job, Restream. Nice job. Now I have to have... Well, that's why I always have a backup chat window. For just such an emergency. Wife is loving it, and so are you. This just might be the thing that gets her to move to town. Well, isn't that something? We'd be happy to have you, of course. Okay, just trying to figure out my maneuvering some chat windows around. There. All right. There. Okay. Let's move along here in the news. The Stellar Swordmaster webtoon gets mobile RPG adaptation. Okay, so they're going from a webtoon to a phone game? Huh. Mamoru Hosoda's Scarlet anime film earns $260,000 in the United States. Demon Slayer, the Hinakami Chronicles 2 game adds Infinity Castle Tenjiro DLC on February the 13th. Mario Tennis Fever game unveils opening cinematic video. Blaze Blue Entropy Effect X game unveils story trailer. Oh yes, I've got both Blaze Blue games for the PS3. They seem okay fighting games. Digimon Beat Break anime casts VTuber Hakui Koyori. Okay, so they're grabbing a VTuber for some from voice work. Oh, and Okotoks has a Boston pizza. It was everything you dreamed it would be. Costs here are 3 times what you pay in the States. Yes, welcome to Canada. Demon Slayer is another franchise that's running thin in Europe. They are really pumping it out there, eh? For Demon Slayer, yeah. But yeah, hey, Boston Pizza. It was invented in Alberta. It was founded here, so that's pretty neat. You were able to go to one. I'm glad. Well, that's all for Monday's news. Going on to Tuesday. Needy Girls Overdose Anime second video unveils cast member and opening song. Ace of Diamond Act 2 second season announces 3 more cast members. Hey, what's up? It's the Comic Relief Crusader, fellow Albertan, lover of freedom, and shower of old movies, and a comic book creator. You did a thing? You need a needy girl? Well, there's a show for that. There's CRC. Guys, don't forget CRC will be streaming today at noon with his show called Huge Circles, where he does his art and his drawing for his comic book that he's got going on. You check that out at noon Mountain Time. Okay, next up. Let's go. Kakegumi horror comedy animes, 2 more cast members listed. Crunchyroll to stream Chainsaw Man Reze Arc anime film in the spring. I'm not a big Chainsaw Man fan, so that doesn't matter to me. Bleach Soul Puzzle mobile game and service. Yeah, this is why I tell you guys to watch out for these mobile games, because they'll end service and that'll be it. Danganronpa 2x2 game previews new scenario, limited edition in pre-order trailer. Shade soldiers full of needy girls, eh? Oh yeah, well we'll get to that. I watched the most recent episode. Man, is it good. World's End Club game gets Xbox Series XS and Xbox One releases. And that's all for Tuesday. Moving along to Wednesday. To You in the Beyond film teaser unveils staff and an October 9th opening. So is gushing over magical girls. Oh, day is needy, alright. Sonic Racing Crossworlds game adds Super Monkey Balls II on February the 11th. Sentai Filmworks screens world premiere of 4K restoration of Ninja Scroll anime film at Berlinale. Wow, that's a great one, you know. I believe that was one of my first movies I had on VHS. For anime was Ninja Scroll. I remember buying it from the Virgin Megastore in Vancouver. It was it was amazing. The whole aesthetic of the animation and the music and everything like that. The story was good too. It was I still have it. It's dubbed in English, but Ninja Scroll was what really sold me on how great anime could be as far as presentation. Fabric, you'd recommend High School DxD for CRC as they have the best needy girls. I've seen High School DxD too, and yes. You already said you're sold, man. You want me to have a heart attack? Yeah, you don't need to convince me. I'm already on. I'm on side with you. But if you guys have not seen Ninja Scroll, definitely check it out. It's going to be one of the first screenings in February. We'll release the film in 4K UHD in early 2027. Okay, so we got to wait till then, but it's still out there. You can still find it. So that's all for Wednesday. Moving along to Thursday. Beastars final season anime second part debuts on Netflix on March the 7th. Second Gundam Hathaway film drops to number 2 in Japan. Milky Subway opens at number 4. The Camphorwood Custodian drops to number 8, and Demon Slayer Infinity Castle is back in the top 10. A little update from what's going on in Japan with all the different films. Liar Game adds 3 cast members. You have a list. One might consider me a subject matter expert in Needy Girl. That's our fabric. Suda51, Grasshopper manufacturer plan to release new game in 2026. New game announced during its launch stream for Romeo is a Dead Man. Alright, well, see what that's like when they release it. Alia sometimes hides her feelings in Russian second season anime delayed to 2027. That's one that I watched, I think, the first 2 episodes of and then dropped because I thought the premise was dumb. I mean, she talks about her feelings in Russian, but the guy she's talking to, he understands Russian, but he doesn't say anything. Doesn't tell her that he can understand Russian. So it's like, okay, this is stupid. So, dropped. Aaron the Southpaw TV anime debuts on April the 7th. So is that going to be a boxing one? They talk about him being a southpaw. But did it deserve a second season? I don't think so. Not in my opinion. Just a second, guys. Okay, sorry about that. Netmarble's 7 Deadly Sins Origin game launches on March the 16th for PS5, Steam, and on March the 23rd for iOS and Android. Second, That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime film streams clip. Apparently people like the Reincarnated as a Slime show. Yeah. I've watched one episode, and that was the beach episode when I was doing my beach themes. That's about it. I'm not invested in that one. Kiss My Foot to perform opening theme song for Mao anime. I mean, great fan service, but the story was completely unnecessary. You know me, I need the story. Yes, yeah. Just the articles, right, Fabric? You like 7 Deadly Sins there, CRC? I haven't gotten into it. Might be something to watch there. It's just I'd have to watch a trailer or something just to see what it's all about. Ocean Vale streams Hagakura anime. Prime Video to stream new Ghost in the Shell, Fist of the North Star, From Old Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman Season 2 anime. Oh, wow. Okay. So if you guys get Prime Video, you can get all those. I watched, I did Fist of the North Star for the 80s theme last month. That was good. I really enjoyed it. Old Country Bumpkin and Master Swordsman. I uploaded a video of doing some unboxing from that series. And hey, Ghost in the Shell, how appropriate, because it's cyberpunk month for me. Ghost in the Shell. Moving along here, Hayaki Yako Show manga gets series of anime shorts. Chow Anime films English subtitle trailer reveals April 10th opening in North America. This looks like a kid's show. I mean, I could be wrong, but it's just by looking at the artwork here. Yes, CRC, they have some huge circles. Ushiro no Shomen Kamui-san manga gets TV anime. Fabric, you have Prime? You thought all married men did, so the wife can save on shipping? Almost all. I don't have Prime. Dead or Alive 6 game gets new last round version. I don't know what that means, but I haven't gotten into playing Dead or Alive. Koei Tecmo Games teases new Dead or Alive project. Okay. The new project celebrates 3D fighting game franchise's 30th anniversary. As long as they don't get rid of the fan service. Like, come on. That's what Dead or Alive is all about. You got sexy girls fighting each other. Konami unveils Castlevania Belmont's Curse game by Dead Cells developers. It'll debut on the PS5, Xbox, Switch, and PC. I'm interested to see what that looks like. I mean, it doesn't make a difference to me if the Dead Cells developers did do it. I want to see what the gameplay is like. Is it fun? Does it look good? Like, graphics aren't the only thing, but does it play well? Does it control well? Do I feel like I am a vampire hunter? Like, come on. It's no Keijo. No, it is not. You know, it looked okay, Salver. Okay. That's good. I mean, like I say, it doesn't have to be photorealistic, but make the game fun. Make it fun for you to sling that whip around and take out all the different monsters. Resident Evil Requiem games trailer highlights Leon return to Raccoon City. Ponkotsu Fukin to shirt take na futere kitsetsu na JK no Hanashi anime reveals 4 cast members. You're going to have to come up with a little shorter name for that. Konami reveals Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2 for August 27th release. Oh yes, this was from the PlayStation State of Play. I remember watching Carl on his stream cover that. Him and Angry Canadian. Beast of Reincarnation Games new trailer announces August 4th launch. And it's by the developers of Pokemon Game Freak. Haruka Kawachi's Rainy Day Serenade Time Travel manga gets TV anime in 2027. It's about a girl time traveling to late Meiji era Japan. Fabric, you'll say that you wouldn't recommend getting Prime just for Prime Video. In your case, she sits half of Amazon orders stock or so, it seems. Wow. Yeah, I mean that's a lot. Konami reveals Rev Noir RPG for PS5. Oh, she orders half of Amazon's weekly stock. That's the thing. Konami unveils first trailer of Silent Hill Townfall game. Oh, Patlabor Easy Anime. It's spelled EZY. Easy Anime reveals 5 cast members. Hey, more Patlabor. Hopefully this will get more people into enjoying Patlabor like the original. I got 2 of the movies, Patlabor 1 and 2 on VHS. They were good. But that's all for Thursday. Let's move along to Friday. Death Stranding 2 On the Beach game launches on PC on March 19th. More walking simulator, you guys. I didn't even try Death Stranding, the first one. I'm not even interested. I don't care about Hideo Kojima. I don't think he's a brilliant game designer. I'm not impressed. So, come at me if you want, but I think Death Stranding is like the most overhyped game. Overrated. Yeah, oh joy, right, Faber? Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3, The Culling Game Part 1 unveils 2 more cast members. Kojima could suck it. Attaboy. Glad I'm not the only one that's just like, this guy he's just got his head up his head up his own ass. Like, Capcom's Pragmata game streams World View trailer. And it's going to come out for the PS5, Xbox, Switch 2, and PC. I mean, as long as Capcom can make a good, decent game, I'm sure people will play it, but they have to do a good job of it. They can't just say, oh, well, we're Capcom. No, that doesn't mean anything anymore. Sometimes a pretentious twat is just a pretentious twat. Exactly. That's what I say, Fabric. When you got people around you telling you how great you are, and then you start believing your own hype. I'm pretty sure that's what Kojima is. HappyNet unveils Brigadine Abyss strategy game for release this year. It's coming out on the PS5, Xbox, Switch 2, and PC. Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls Games trailer reveals 3 new characters on the 6th release. Yeah, I don't care about Marvel fighting games. Shueisha Games announce Yako Shinobi Ops game for 2027. Like I say, make it a fun game. Don't make it long, tedious, and such, and people will come play it. Make sure you got a good story to go along, and if you got good controls, because you need good controls when you're playing a game like a Shinobi game. Death Stranding 2, Persona 5, The Phantom X, Mario Kart World win at the DICE Awards. Death Stranding 2 wins 2 awards for audio design and technical achievement. I just want to check a little bit deeper here, because if that's all it wins for. Persona 5 Phantom X won Mobile Game of the Year, and Mario Kart World won Racing Game of the Year. That's not any surprise. Anytime you guys tune in on Sundays to see the list of what's at the top video games that are being played in Japan, Mario Kart World is in like the #1 spot. AIS has a full list of winners on its Twitter account. Claire Obscure Expedition 33 won Game of the Year. I don't know. I didn't play Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Didn't really pay much attention to it. I'm more into the retro gaming atmosphere. So, yeah, these new stuff that comes out. Yeah, I just let it pass me by because I don't worry about it. Sparks of Tomorrow Anime's character video reveals 4 more cast members. Kojima, why sing when you can warble? TV anime cast Nene Hieda. Why sing when you can warble? Oy. The final boss prince is somehow obsessed with the chubby villainous reincarnated me manga gets TV anime. Okay. We'll skip by the North American anime manga release, but it looks like Behe Neko, the Elf Girls Cat is secretly S-ranked monster anime. Oh, man. Behe Neko's coming back. Why won awards? Why the production values for Death Stranding is worse than CalicoVision's Star Fox? Oh, yeah. The final one for Friday, Marriage Toxin TV anime debuts on April the 7th. And that's all for Friday. Move on to Saturday. Terminator Zero anime canceled after 1 season. Huh. Was that a Netflix thing? The showrunner states the first season did not achieve enough audience numbers. Well, did you make it good or did you make it stupid? I just want to check and see what was. I didn't even hear about this. That's also the thing. Yeah, it's from Netflix. That's the thing too. It's like if nobody hears about your show, they're not going to watch it. Also, who cares about Terminator anymore? Really, honestly. Number 1 and number 2 are like the only canon ones that I would recommend watching. All the rest is just extraneous fan fiction. It wasn't too bad. Okay, CRC. Stevie Wonder saw that coming. It was complete crap. Netflix ordered the series in 2021 and revealed a teaser in November 2023. Second, guys. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised either. Didn't hear about it. There was no fanfare, nothing. Nobody was like, oh, did you see that Terminator? There was nobody talking about it. Oh, well. Next up, Tadaima Ojamasaramasu. Romantic comedy TV anime reveals April 7th debut, opening theme artist. Yoshiki-san wa Koi o Shiritai TV anime reveals visual and staff. CRC is very forgiving, man, when it comes to anime. Fabric, you're such an anime snob. We've got to hold it to a higher standard. Alpha Polis acquires anime studio Nia Animation. Okay. Studio produces CG for upcoming Hokuto no Ken, or Fist of the North Star anime. The regular at Magic High School, Yotsuba Succession arc film, second teaser unveils more cast. Gals Can't Be Kind to Otaku. Anime's new video unveils more cast, songs, and an April 8th debut. That might be one to check out. Chie Shinohara's Red River Shoujo manga gets TV anime this summer. Cyvis, The Sound of Heroes anime reveals main promo video for show's second half. That's all Saturday. Moving along to Sunday. That's today. Iron Walk Jan anime's teaser video unveils main cast and more staff. Here's the video game rankings. That's what everybody likes to see. It's it's better than better than the animation here and North American anime. Yes, it is. So look at that. Number 1 and number 2 is Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. Or it takes the top 3 spots for the Switch, Switch 2, and PS5. At number 4, Nioh for the PS5. Then back to the Switch for Mario Kart World. Animal Crossing New Horizons for the Switch 1 and 2. Momotaro Densetsu. Pokemon Legends, Kirby Air Riders, Pokemon Legends ZA for the Switch 2. Momotaro Densetsu 2, and Minecraft, Mario Kart 8, Final Fantasy VII Remake, My Hero Academia, All Justice for the PS5 at number 16, Donkey Kong Bonanza after that, Super Mario Party Jamboree, Nintendo Switch Sports, and Super Mario Party Jamboree for the regular Switch. So, I guess that shouldn't be a surprise. People really wanted Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. I have some thoughts on that. I've looked at Dragon Quest VII, and the designs do not look like Akira Toriyama's work anymore. It looks like they've slightly changed the character designs. Just ever so slightly, so that it does not have his artistic touch to it, which is, I'm disappointed in that. I would hope they would have stuck with his character designs. But that's just me. There's still we don't have to play the remakes. We can always play the old ones. All right, next up. Here's the TV ranking. Let's go. First up, Sazi-san, Detective Conan, Chibi Maruko-chan, Frieren. There's no surprise there. That's a great show, and I'm enjoying watching it. Doraemon, Crayon Shin-chan, Bloom and Burrow, Star Detective Precure, Curious George, and Ushiri Tantai. And that is it for the news of the week. And here's their top stories, and I believe we've gone through all of these. Yes, we've gone through all that. You guys are all caught up now. Next, let's check out the rankings for this week, the week of February the 4th. At the top, we've got Journal with Witch, then Frieren at number 2, then Golden Kamui, Fate Strange Fake, Shibo Yugi, You and I Are Polar Opposites, Sentenced to Be a Hero. I'm surprised it's that low. I thought people were really enjoying it. It's down one space. Oshigunoko is after that. Champignon Witch, Trigun Stargaze, Hell's Paradise, Invisible Man is Soon to Be Wife, Holy Grail of Eris, Tamon's B-side, Genosha. Genosha should be way down there. That is not a fun one at all. After that's Fire Force, Jujutsu Kaisen, The Other World books depend on the bean counter. Chain Soldiers down here. Yoroi Shinden Samurai Troopers, My Hero Academia, Vigilantes. In the Clear Moonlit Dusk, Tojima Wants to Be Kamen Rider, Wash It All Away, To Your Eternity, Hell Teacher, Darwin Incident, Kaya-chan Isn't Scary, Roll Over or Die, Cute Girl in Heroes Party, Easygoing Territory, Scum of the Brave, Villainous is Adored by the Prince, Jack of All Trades, Noble Reincarnation, Hanakini, Dead Account, and at the very bottom, You Can't Be in a Rom-Com with Your Childhood Friends. That's how we're standing so far, just in this list. But what we can do is check and see a place where people are actually watching, and it even has the numbers to back it up. So at number 1 is Jujutsu Kaisen, the culling game. No surprise, Jujutsu Kaisen is very popular. Followed up by One Piece, Reincarnated Dragon Hatchling, Frieren, Fate Strange Fate, Sentenced to be a Hero, Hell's Paradise, Hell Mode, Hardcore Gamer, Jack of All Trades, and finally Jujutsu Kaisen the second season. So maybe this might be a little more indicative of what people are actually watching, because they don't vote, it just counts what they've watched. Why is Chain Soldier so low? That's I know, right? What the hell? Come on, everybody. Give Chain Soldier some love there. It's getting really good. Well, that's it for the rankings. Next up is the main event. Why you all come here. The showcasing of some cyberpunk. Let me just get things set up here. Let's see. Move this over here. Move that over there. Episode 1030 of One Piece, eh, CRC? Good on you. You're catching up. We've stopped at, let me check. I can check and see where we stopped at. Me and the wife stopped at that because we wait for the physical releases. Yeah, we stopped at 964. You blew by me there. All right. Hey, first up on the list, this one is from 1989. So we're going back a ways, that's for sure. And I'm just going to get this all set up. You guys might have heard of this before. And let's see, we'll get the, there we go. This is the Guyver from, I had to go get a VHS copy because there was no other way. This is the Guyver. Bio Booster Armor Guyver. This one is, wow, this was a real treat for me to watch. Now they've got this is the intro. So we start out with somebody's running away with this suitcase. He's trying to get away. They made a live action of Guyver and it was awful. Of course they did. But this one was a lot better. I'll tell you right now, Fabric. So we got this guy, he's phoning someone. He needs to get away. Both live action are being released this year in 4K, says CRC. Okay. Well, there you go. So he's talking to this guy who we don't see. We don't get to see his face. But he's like, and this one was dubbed too, so no subtitles. It was like seeing a stripper in granny panties. Ew, ain't nobody want to see that. So he's like, yep, just come to this place and we'll take care of you. Meanwhile, truck driver driving along the road, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Buddy gets in front of him. He has to slam on the brakes. And he's like, oh, well, he sees the case. Fabric, you know this version? And it was pretty good. Okay. So truck driver grabs the case, looks at it like, oh, this looks expensive. I'm going to keep it. And off he goes. Except there's a big creature that grabs the case, lifts up the truck, and slams it into the ground. Well, so much for that truck driver. Meanwhile, at the airport, someone important is landing, coming to the city. Meanwhile, the kids from high school, yapping about things they do, they're hanging out. Our main character here being told that he's missing the meeting of the student council by the cute girl. And so he's like, I've got to go, you guys. I've got to go to this meeting and see the cute girl. Everybody's checking out the wreckage. And there they are at the student council meeting. This guy, he's still alive. See, you may be cool, but are you suplex a truck cool? I think not. So they wrap up their meeting. He's like, oh, I wonder if I should ask her to walk home with me. She's busy. She's staying late to get some more work done. So he's like, oh man, oh well, guess I'll head home. Want to cut through the forest? Yeah, let's cut through the forest. Then they have, all of a sudden, these guys that look paramilitary. This guy's on the run from them. So he's trying to get away. And the girl in the student council, this is her brother with the glasses. So main character is talking to him about her. This guy's hiding the case from the soldiers. Oh. He's like, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry. What are you going to do about it? And he turns into that monster that we saw throw the truck around. And this, they're like, okay, buddy, you're up. He's like, no problem. And he turns into a monster. So we got monster stuff going on here. So he rips his hands off. He's obviously not as strong as these guys are. Meanwhile, he's having existential crisis. What am I going to do? When a cute girl asks you to cut through the forest, she doesn't really need shortcut through the woods. That's right. So monster got defeated, it looks like. They're looking for that case. He just realizes that got taken by this guy on the phone. What? No. This guy is the head of the paramilitary force, and he's like, use all means possible to get the case. He's like, all right. But in doing so, the one guy blew himself up, and whoosh, out comes the case, and it lands by main character and his buddy, and so they are supposed to get that case back. You love it in the late 80s and 90s when everything evil was a bad corporation. The more you know, yeah. So, main character and his friend find this thing. And he's like, oh, looks like it's alive. And he trips and he bangs his head on it. That activates it. It looks at him right in the eyes. And it starts moving and engulfing him. And there you go. So he's getting engulfed. And he eventually walks back and falls into the water. And it's girl talk on the way home. Her friend's talking to her like, hey, I think, main character likes you. Don't you like him? I'm too busy. She's like, I'm too busy doing stuff. Then her brother is confronted by the monster who has gone crazy because he was in the center of that explosion. And they're wondering what to do. And they're like, well, we'll just let the monster handle that kid because we'd have to get rid of him anyway. Until over comes main character all wrapped up in his bio armor. And he handles this guy very easily. He rips his arms off. So that was nothing. And holds him from doing anything. And twists his neck. And he's done. And these guys run. Until the next fella. This seems to be a pattern here. It looks like all these soldiers can transform into monsters. And he has cannons built in to his shoulders. And he's like, I'm going to blow you away, and that'll be it. Until the Guyver is like, I have those too. And you're no match for them. Umbrella Corporation left scars on our psyches. So true. And he gets to, his buddy is like, is that you? He's like, it's me. What's happened to me? I don't know what's happened to me. He's like, look at yourself in the mirror. This is what you look like. And he just loses his mind. Starts screaming. And that gets the suit off of him. And it just hangs in the air. It hangs in the air for a bit and then goes into the water. And there was somebody watching that whole thing play out. I think he might be from the student council. But you won't know what happens unless you watch the next episode of Guyver Bio Booster Armor. So this is a pretty crazy show. It's got freaking men turning into monsters and stuff like that. Evil corporations. They want their Guyver suit back, and they're going to do everything they can to get it back. So there we go. That was the first one. Guyver, the Bio Booster Armor. Next one up. This one is from 1995. What a great year that was. A great year for anime. There was so much good stuff to watch. And this one, it's got some good themes to it. I really enjoy it. Let me get you fired up here. Oh, just one moment. All right. Sorry about that. These, I don't know what it is. These allergies get congested. This one is called Armitage the Third. And if you haven't watched Armitage, you really should. Very enjoyable. Great show. It's a cop show. And it takes place on Mars. So right now we've got the shuttle coming from Earth to Mars. We've got people piloting it. There's our one of our cops. His name is Ross. I like how it says on her ass, "Don't touch," because obviously she's an android, cybernetic human. Fabric, you know this one too? Hey, all right. Yeah, there's a couple of Armitage films out there. I watched Polymatrix, and that was really good. So there's a singing star. She's a country western singing star. Her name is McCannon. And they're coming in. You know, there's the flight attendant. Thank you for flying with us, and we hope to see you again. CRC, you know this one too? Hey, that's good. Yeah, Armitage. What a great show. So they land, and they're gonna disembark until some clown takes his guitar and smashes it, the cargo area, and tries to get away. Yeah, things are very chaotic. Meanwhile, Ross gets off and he's looking around. People are welcoming McCannon. Meanwhile, there's the guy, and he like bumps right into Ross as he leaves with his entourage. But then somebody's like, "Hey, hold it right there, you! Stop where you are." It's Armitage. There she is. She's going after this guy. He's done something, and she starts just blasting people. His guards that try to stop her. Ross takes cover. He doesn't have a weapon on him yet. He asks these guys, "You guys are cowboys. You got any guns?" They're like, "No." He's like, "Oh, great." Oh, she gets disarmed. But she manages to get it and keeps taking shots. She gets him, but he pulls out another gun and starts shooting the windows so he can make an escape, and he does. But not before they get a set of handcuffs on one hand. But away he goes. I think Armitage jumps down after him. There she is. He's gonna get away, and he gets away. That's why you draw huge circles. You're gonna see. Yeah. I'll try to stop by. Yeah, Silver. Get. Like, share, and subscribe to PC Up Today. Thanks there, CRC. Yeah, I'll probably stop by and see what you're doing on huge circles today. So he had the guitar, the country western star, in that suitcase, and she's dead. He's like, "What were you doing?" She's like, "Just stopping in." But they realize that they have to deal with the press. Armitage's like, "You handled it. I'll just stay here in the car." So they have a briefing to go over. They talk about how there's been integration of chips and like brain tissue and such. Human tissue and computer chips are integrating into one another. Ross comes up and tells his findings. Let's just say I posted a video on Facebook and X, and it got to the Alberta separatist movement, and they love your Amelia. Ah, very good. I figured we'd need something like that here. I know Amelia was blowing up in Britain. Like, people have just been loving it. And I thought we'd need something here like that, too. So, upon closer inspection, the country western artist, McCannon, was a robot. She was what they refer to as a third. So you had firsts, seconds, and thirds are supposed to be like the most advanced ones. You can't ever tell that they're not human. And there's, I think there's only a list of a few of them around. You guys see Skybrow's? No, I have not. So they're discussing how good they are at concealing themselves to be almost human. So Ross is settling down, place to stay. They're going over the footage of what this guy actually did. This guy who took out McCannon. Okay. Yeah, so it was pretty brutal. He attacked her and shot her and stuffed her in a suitcase. And then we find out that there's factions. There's people that want to get rid of robots completely. And other people that are like, no, we can coexist with them. We can live with them. But yes, there is a giant anti-robot push. People don't want them around. I think we have Ross having a dream here where he's trying to save someone from a robot. Hey, he goes out for his early morning jog. Gets to the office. He's like, you're late. Armitage left already. So he gets a Ferrari. This is a nice looking car. And he's like, oh, look, it's got, doesn't have any of the electronics or anything that the new cars have. He's like, that's perfect. And off he goes. Yeah, there's our protesters. They're protesting the robots. Anime anti-toaster since 1990. Yeah, that's right, Fabric. So, they're trying to figure out who's behind all this. This guy is pro-robot for home robotization. There's Armitage. He was looking for her. There's more protesters. Get out, robot. They're still protesting. Armitage is talking there. She wants to see somebody. And she's getting quite riled up about it, as you can see. But she's on camera. And Ross is like, come here. You're not supposed to do that. Very unprofessional. Get into the Ferrari. And so they have a heart-to-heart. And they figure out where they got to go next. I like this. Way back when, look at little Apple logos. They're the ones that are going to have their computers on Mars. That's pretty funny. You see, these guys are, a lot of these people are interacting with the robots. So they have no problem with it. So she's like, I got you something to eat, some ice cream. There we go. This is the manager of McCannon. And he knew that she was a android. He's like, you don't know how she could act, how she played those guitar. It was so great. She's like, get a hold of yourself. Because he knows his meal ticket's gone. She's like, get off of me. So she's wants to get to the bottom of this. Who is getting rid of all the androids? It's over for women once robo waifus are a thing. Silver, yeah. Oh, Fabric. Armitage is one of your old secret waifus. Look at that. Not a secret anymore. I don't blame you. All of a sudden, Ross gets an email talking about why they're getting rid of the it's a call for help. She wants Armitage. So she's calling and wants to get protection because she's a third. So it seems as if someone is getting rid of all the thirds. And here we go through all the people that are thirds getting taken out by this guy, the guy they didn't catch in the beginning. He's yapping it up about, yeah, we got to get rid of them. Yeah. I'm going to go around and get rid of all of them. And of course, the angry mob doesn't care, so they build a fire. As you can see, get out of Mars. And they're burning them. They're burning the androids. And one of them sends out a message, probably wirelessly. Armitage gets it, and it's a list. It's a list of everyone that is going to get taken out by this guy. And she's none too happy. So Ross is trying to capture him, but he gets the drop on him. Because of course he does. And, he monologues for a bit. Ross is injured. Hey, Alex Moore, how you doing? Yes, this is Armitage Third. Armitage the Third. This is another good cyberpunk show. So they're up on the top of the church. And he's like, look at you. You even have a prosthetic leg. You're almost a cyborg. Ross is fighting for his life. But over there is Armitage. She takes control of the crane and sends the boom crashing down on top of the church so that she can run over there and get this guy. And he's shooting at her. She comes in and stabs her. It's a stab in the neck, but she's got him down there, and she gives him a good jolt of electricity. She's okay, though. She pulls the knife out. She's okay. She's getting ready to pound his lights out. Her villains had cool monologues. Today's monologue seems so uninspired. Yes, need a good monologue. So Ross is like, don't do it. Don't. You're a police officer. Don't. Just arrest him. So she relents. But she's very angry. She is a third. But she's also having an existential crisis where she talks about how she has feelings and thoughts and dreams, but yet she's just a robot. So she decides to jump into the river, and Ross goes after her. And he grabs her from drowning or sinking. She's none too happy, though. The thing about Armitage, she's not a half measures girl. No. All or nothing. She's like, don't follow me. And she leaves. She takes off. And that's it. Life goes on. Until the next episode of Armitage the Third. I really enjoyed this show. Very good. I think it's one I'm going to finish off. And the last show I think everyone will know and heard of this one. This is a true classic from, well, it did come out in the 90s, but this is from the 2000s. We got ourselves some Ghost in the Shell standalone complex. And I was a bit concerned because it looks like they did the it started to be in CGI, and I'm like, oh, I hope it's not all in CGI. We got these guys doing strategic maneuvers. Somebody has got their sniper rifle on the aircraft, and they're ready to take the shot. Whammo, boom, done. But it was just a simulation. And then we get back to regular animation, which what are these things? Tachikomas? This is pretty much what the whole episode is about, is these Tachikomas talking about life and death, and they're having existential crises, and they're just machines. So there's the Major. They're going to monitor them, the Tachikomas. You remember that, like this one, except for the Tachikoma. Yeah, they are annoying. So they're just talking to each other. They're talking about deep subjects, about, man and machine. So I didn't realize at the time, but this girl is an android, and the Tachikomas managed to fool her with a paradox problem, and she can't recover. So they're checking out this thing that was supposed to help with the sniping. They did them dirty in the dub. Okay. So they go on about this, that the machine that was trying to help felt a lot of stress because the sniper guy didn't even want to really use it. This guy, he's preaching. They're talking about maybe they were going to get disposed of. Then you got the book reading Tachikoba. He's reading The Flowers of Algernon. So they're philosophizing. I don't know if this is the version they aired on Toonami. So there we are. Bateau shows up and he needs a hand with the trainees. So he takes one of the Tachikomas. So it's finally gonna talk to Bateau about some of this stuff. Because they've noticed that the Major has been annoyed with them. And it even mentions God about this machine, talking about God's existence. And Bateau's just like, focus on the mission. Don't worry about all this extraneous stuff. They talk about how they don't look human. They're not allowed to look human. This user would feel strongly if they did look human. The reason she's human is because she works in humanoid space. People expect machines to act like machines. So that's when the Major comes by and they're all like, we better act like machines in front of her so we don't upset her. So she wants to have a chat with Bateau. The reason they're in here is because one of the Tachikomas is actually watching them and reading their lips. So it's a good thing these two can communicate wirelessly to one another, but they're moving their lips and saying something different so that the Tachikoma doesn't know what they're talking about, because they're talking about them. They're gaining self-awareness, so that's one of the things. So they might shut the Tachikomas down because they are, like I say, getting too human. So it reports back to their buddies like, oh, it's okay. They didn't even talk about us. We're good. We're safe. But I don't know if that's going to happen. Are they going to be safe? Are they going to shut down the Tachikomas? You'll only know if you watch the rest of Ghost in the Shell standalone complex. Another great cyberpunk show. Well, that's the 3 for today, everybody. That is... Sorry, they were... Guyver. Not to be confused with MacGyver. No, this is just the Guyver Bio Booster Armor. And then there was Armitage 3rd. And then Ghost in the Shell standalone complex. Some very good shows. Next up, we got what is playing for this season. The shows that I'm watching. First one up, tune in to the Midnight Heart. This one is quite sweet, actually, as we have the four girls trying to become professional broadcasters. We've got the one guy who is doing what he can to help them all in their different areas that they need help with. And the last episode, after all the hard work they did at the games, the sports day, he was exhausted, but they went for a party, and each one of them sort of had their little confession as he was asleep about how much they liked him. So that was nice. They're using Godzilla speak to confound the AI. Lessons we can take in 2025. 60s and Japanese showed us the way. Yep. But yeah, this last episode of Tune in the Midnight Heart, very enjoyable. I hope he manages to find who that secret girl was that he used to listen to on stream there. Because that is his goal. He's trying to find the one girl who was streaming back in when he was in junior high. And he's narrowed it down to 4 girls, so he may find, it'll probably be the last episode he finds out who it is. We'll have to see. The next one. Cute girl in the hero's party. This one's okay. It's, you got a demon who's overpowered. He was reincarnated into this world. And because he likes this girl so much, the healer in the hero's party, he's like, you know what? I'm going to become an adventurer for her. And he does. And he's trying to protect her from all these underhanded things that are going on. I think that's what happened the last episode. He was, he got thanked by the king, and he's like, is there anything I can do for you? He's like, no, there's nothing you can do because my heart wants to belong to Cecilia. And the king's like, yeah, I can't do that. I can't have her promise to you at all. But then he got banned from by her mother for confessing to the king. Banned for 2 weeks without seeing her. So it was a long 2 weeks for him, but he finally was able to do it, and he managed to save the gargoyle and get rid of one of the monsters that was plaguing one of the villages. So that was good to see. Saving that gargoyle was good, though, because that helps the little girl who likes the gargoyle. Yoroi Shinden Samurai Troopers. Yeah, we're getting really deep into it now. It looks like one of the original troopers is the new Demon Lord. So that's pretty crazy when we learned that last episode. So now the new Samurai Troopers have to take on one of the old Samurai Troopers. So we'll see how that goes. That was a crazy revelation there. But I'm liking the Samurai Troopers. Next up, Sentenced to be a Hero. They made it past the onslaught of the holding everybody, the blight away from the castle. Or the fortress, as it were. Any time with a woman is too long. So they managed to hold off, and man, what a battle. It was crazy, and I think Terrorita really pushed herself pretty hard to almost to her limit, I think. And Xylo got hurt pretty bad, but he finally gave her some praise at the end of this last episode. So very emotional and heartfelt moment between those two, as he was always trying to keep his distance from her because he doesn't want it to end up like the last goddess he had. But it was nice to see him give her some praise. Finally. Chain Soldier. The last episode of Chain Soldier. They were figuring out who was going to be the new head of the Azuma family. And that was because, they're like, whoever's the strongest has to be ahead of the family. So Himari, who is part of Squad 7, was part of that. And we got to see her go all out against her mother. And what a battle it was. It was just really crazy. I thought she was going to win, but she didn't. Her mother actually won. And she wants to change it around so that the family isn't as competitive anymore, so that there's no bad blood. So good for her. And it was nice seeing Himari go as hard as she could to battle battle against her mother, who was insanely powerful. If you guys haven't seen it, definitely tune in to see that one, because that was an awesome one. Shushu wins because of giant cuteness. Surprisingly, though, no Shushu that episode. So we got to see Tenka and Kyoka. But it was mostly, it's the Azuma family. So I'm assuming now they're going to come back to the squad and celebrate. And we'll see what they decide to do next. Holy Grail of Eris. This one, it's nice to see that Constance is finally getting down to the bottom of why and how Scarlet was framed. So that's good. I like to see that. They're making progress. Constance is like, don't worry, Scarlet. I will help you get your revenge on the people that did this to you. So being able to figure out who is behind all of this, and they got their eyes on the princess, who is turning out to be very more suspect than was originally thought. She's not innocent at all, so there is treachery afoot. So I'm all for checking out and seeing what is going to happen next there. Hell mode, hardcore gamer. Our main character is finally starting to get some more experience and boosting up his levels. Looks like he's getting stronger and stronger, so that's good. And I'm hoping that we can do some sort of a time skip or something, because he's only like 12 or something like that. But yes, he's getting it to, so he's getting brought along on the hunts there to help take down animals and get some experience and boost that level up. So I want to see him get bigger and bigger levels. You have to mention Shushu because she's turning into quite the gatekeeper character. Tourists are losing it over giant lollies. Well, good. If you can gatekeep, if you can keep tourists out from ruining our hobby, ruining our shows that we like to watch, do it. They have no interest in it. They love ruining things. They can't create. They can only destroy. So I say gatekeep hard. And having shows like that helps keep out the normies and the tourists. It's a good name for them. It's like, move along, go to something else. Don't stop here. I'm all for it. Next one is reincarnated as a dragon hatchling. I got to catch up on that one. I'm behind by an episode, but yeah. I think our dragon guy made a friend with that poison, that little poison salamander. And he's getting better and better all the time. He finally got, the last episode, he finally got the ability to transform into a human. So I'm wondering how this is going to go. And I'm behind an episode, so maybe I'll get to see this time around what it looks like when he transforms into a human and what kind of bumbling idiocy he gets into next. Yeah, damn right. Yeah, CRC, I know. I'm a long-term anime fan. I have been a fan ever since 1979. So I am not a tourist by any means. I am definitely a hardcore anime fan. I will watch all sorts of different genres. I don't just stick to one genre. I am not a tourist. I'm not just passing through, and I'm not grabbing the flavor of the month either. So anybody can look at my list on AniList here and see the the different kinds of shows I've watched over the years. But yes, Dragon Hatchling, I'll probably watch that today. The Misanthrope teaches a class for demi-humans. Oh, man. I can't remember if it was... No, it wasn't the very last episode, but the episode before that where it was the bunny girl. Wow. Very heart-wrenching and touching one that was. The next episode, I'm watching the one with the girl who's a shrike. The bird girl. She's quite mysterious, so hopefully they get a little bit more... She opens up a little bit more about herself. Talks to the teacher more about it. About herself. So this is surprisingly enjoyable for me to watch. Because you have all these demi-humans wanting to be full humans. Kunan the Sorcerer can see. He finally made a set of eyes last episode, and he used them to look around. Or an eye or whatever. But he can see now. After all this time trying to... So we're about halfway through the series, so I'm kind of wondering... I'm behind by 2 episodes, but we'll be able to see... we should have a look at what he's going to get into. If he can see now, and he's done it with magic, now what's going to happen? Frieren. What can I say about Frieren? Excellent show. They're slowly moving their way up to heaven. That's their ultimate destination. They're making their way through the Northern Lands. It's been 30 years since Himmel, the hero, has passed on. And the last episode, Frieren, her debt caught up to her. She's back in a place where the hero's party was. They got a loan, and now she has to pay back that debt. And she does that by finding a giant silver deposit for them. And they're able to move on after that. So it was pretty funny. She got taken to the mines and asked to work there. And she found a giant silver deposit. So that was good. And away they go on to the next town. And that's it. That is it for the shows of the season that I'm watching. And I'm also watching, that's not a show of the season, Lupin the Third. It's on Tubi. I'm watching it. I'm on episode 12 out of 155. So it's the second part. It was the one that started in 1977 and went to 79. So I'm going to keep watching that. Lupin the Third. Very enjoyable. As I like how he fools the Inspector Zenigata when they want to do steal some stuff, whether it's diamonds or jewels or doing something like that. They're very innovative when it comes to thievery. And Fujiko looks like good waifu material anyway, so. You hear that, Fabric? Fujiko from Lupin the Third. Well, all right. That is going to be... I'm going to start wrapping her up now, fellow. There we go. No one's guessed where this background is from yet. Still waiting for that right answer. But hey, I had a fun time. I hope you guys did too. It was nice to see you guys showing up. Fabric, of course. Comic Relief Crusader, who's going to be streaming at noon today with his huge circles. And Salver, it was great to see you. I'm glad to have you stop by over on the Kick side. Nice to have some people on from that platform. I stream on 4 platforms: YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, and Kick. So that's where I'm at. You can find me there. you can always hit the like button and subscribe and tell your friends and spread the word. Let them know old Pop's here. I'm here every weekend morning, Saturdays and Sundays, and on Tuesday nights. So if you're wondering who to watch on a Saturday or Sunday morning, stop on by. Lupin's a big part of your childhood? Yes. Yeah, I'm going to work my way through all of them eventually. Fabric, I worked through the first season or the first series already. Now I'm on the second series. I'm going to keep working my way through until I catch up to the modern day Lupin. So coming up Tuesday will be Trade Stock Tuesday. We'll talk about the skilled trades. We'll look at things. We'll look at the world through the lens of the industrial point of view. We'll go over some articles about the shortage of the skilled trades, and we'll also check out some video and pictures on projects I've been involved. Oh, you heard. And then after that, it's Saturday. Saturday, more Odin Sphere. I've switched to another character. Now I'm playing as Oswald the Black Knight. So we've gone through 3 characters already. Gwendolyn, Cornelius, Mercedes, and now I'm up to Oswald. So that's the 4th book in Odin Sphere. So I'm gonna power level him up and get through his story and try to move along to the next one. So yeah, join me on Saturday for that. And then on Sunday, we're back here again with more cyberpunk. Your favorite cyberpunk shows, some really well-known ones and some not so well-known. So tune in on Sunday for that. But when I'm not streaming, you can tune into these great streamers. Check out Mike from Pacific 414, or DJ Ronnie G, or Brandon the Anime Guy, or Carl at the Gaming Podcast. There's also the Comic Relief Crusader, as I mentioned before. He streams on Saturdays, Sundays, and Tuesdays as well. There's Infinite Metal. You can check him out on Kick and Twitch. You'll always have a good laugh. I was laughing so hard last night. It was a fun time hanging out with Infinite Metal. Him playing his Fantasy Star, getting lost. Then the undead Dragon Lord Skelly was mocking him relentlessly, which was funny. Oh, and I didn't want to forget Alex Moore. He was by too. Can't forget Alex. Pacific is a swell guy. Yeah, he is. Mike is great. He actually is the one that helped me get. He got me started on my streaming, doing my streaming. So I was like, he invited me on as a guest, and that was great. That's what got the streaming bug into me. So I owe him a lot. I owe Pacific 414 a lot. That's why I'll always mention him. Oh, and there's a VTuber there, too. She streams on Saturdays after me. She streams on Twitch. Her name is Call Me Kixie. She's got a very welcoming and family-friendly atmosphere. You know, if you want to just chill and watch somebody show indie games and play some, and is very, like, welcoming, yeah, tune in to Call Me Kixie. Very sweet. Yeah, you're always in for a good time. And she streams for a long time. Like, I'm talking like 6 hours. So you definitely can catch her. But yeah, that is about it for me for today. Don't forget, tomorrow, for us Canadians, it's Family Day. At least down in Alberta it is. So for me, that's a stat holiday. So I don't have to go to work tomorrow. So I get to relax, have a nice quiet day. Today I'm going to be watching some more anime. Got to get caught up on my shows. Yeah, get some video editing done, which takes a long time, as you well know. So I'm going to do all that and probably be dropping in and visiting on CRC at noon there. So that's it for me today. Appreciate you guys stopping by. I had a fun time, and I hope you did as well. And I hope to see you guys the next time I'm streaming, which will be Tuesday, or catch me on the weekends. Anyway, hope to see you guys again. I've been Pop, and I am signing off.